education as a business.
No. I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah, right. We don't get into it because we want to make money for ourselves or for the institution necessarily. Right, we're in it for the learning and the provision of educational opportunities to students. But at the end of the day, we have to recognize that a college or university is a business, right? You've got money coming in and money going out, and in order for the institution to provide and serve its mission, you have to have some uh, realistic revenue. And where does the revenue come from? From small institutions, it's primarily from tuition. Okay, so you have to focus on what programs you're offering, and are those programs bringing in students, and are those students, you know, um, paying a sufficient amount of tuition, and make sure you're not over discounting the tuition. And from a business perspective, you have to think about your academic portfolio, and you should evaluate that regularly to make sure that the types of programs that you're offering are the types of programs for which there is demand. And you have to make some careful decisions about cutting programs over time. And that's really hard for faculty to deal with. The other sources of revenue, you've got endowment at institutions, and there should be some growth of the endowment. You want to start digging into the endowment. That causes all sorts of downstream problems, but it's there in cases of emergency. But you know as well as we do that the endowment isn't just this piggy bank that you can draw from at will, right? It's broken up into lots of different individual funds, and with designated purposes, et cetera, et cetera. So you've got tuition, you've got endowment, and then you've got other sources of revenue, right? At some institutions that might be athletics, fine arts performances. Viterbo has a strong fine arts arrangements, and theater. We bring in some big
Yeah.
shows and
Broadway, you bring in some Broadway show
yep.
into your arts center.
Bernadette Peters was here 2 weeks ago. Actually, was in town at that time, and he babysat for us. He watched our kids, so my wife and I could go out and enjoy the Bernadette Peters show. She was amazing.